Honda VTX1800 fuel pressure regulator replacement. The fuel pressure regulator is located on the fuel rail right there. If you want to check if it's bad, pull the vacuum hose off the top, and if there's liquid fuel coming out from the vacuum hose nipple, then it's bad. You can also turn the key on. Don't start the engine, just turn the key on. You should hear the fuel pump prime, and if gas comes out of that nipple once again, then you know it's bad. This appears to only be an issue on the early model 02 to 04 and some 05 VTX 1800s. Once again, with the fuel pump in the tank. So if you have an 02 to 05, this may be your issue as to why you're not running right. And you might have the gas coming out here or dripping out of the exhaust or intake. Anyway, without further delay, I will have a link below for this OEM Honda fuel pressure regulator. You're going to want to take this cap off. It's protecting the O-ring before you install it. And also this right here for the fuel return line, which once again goes right here. You see the clamp? You're going to want to squeeze that with pliers. Squeeze the ears together, slide it down. You can get the pliers and kind of grab onto the hose and rotate it to break the bond, and then pull it down. And then there's a 10mm bolt here, and then on the opposite side over there. That might be a little tricky to get to. You might need a swivel socket. And the vacuum hose, you should be able to just pop right off, kind of like that. Let me make sure that came off there. Yeah, that's coming off easy. Just push that off. So this 1/4" ratchet here in shallow 10mm socket is a perfect fit to get up in there on the other side, on the other bolt. Oh, it's already grabbed. So go ahead and break that loose. Keep an eye on there. Make sure the ratchet's not going to back in and get jammed against the cylinder head. It looks like there's plenty of room. I don't have to worry about that. As that bolt gets loose, you may find it difficult to keep. Just go ahead and push inward on the ratchet. That way it'll continue to get the bolt to unratchet out. Because right now it's just kind of loose because the bolt's loose. But if you put pressure there with your right hand, you'll be able to keep the bolt coming loose. You can also utilize a deep 1/4" ratchet with your fingers and turn it by hand. That'll help. See how I'm turning it? Okay, I do have that right side bolt out. That's going to suck to get back in. Okay, but go ahead and get the ratchet on the left side bolt now and get that out. Come on. There we go. You're going to have just a little bit of gas come out. Getting that bolt the rest of the way. See? There it is. There it is. And this is now laying back. So I'm going to go ahead and detach the vacuum hose and detach this bottom hose here. Okay. Pulling the regulator out to here in order to get better access to this clamp. Squeeze the two ears together with a pair of pliers and pull the hose off. Cover this part of the engine up here so gas doesn't get on your chrome like mine. All right, I squeezed the ears together, slid the clamp back, and now with my left hand, I'm twisting the fuel pressure regulator and rotating it around like that to break the bond of the hose. And then once the bond is broken, I'll be able to slide it right off. Just pull it off of that hose there. Don't pull on the hose directly like this. Grab onto it with the pliers. I grabbed onto it with the pliers and pulled back while I twisted this. And it came right out. There it is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. So while it was pouring gas out, I just went ahead and stuffed the new sending fuel pressure thing up into the hose here, so that stopped the leak. And that's also a good way to test it as well. See how it's not leaking gas through the vacuum port? The new one's good. Okay. Got that clamp all the way seated on there, and installation's the reverse removal. Make sure your old seal came off with the old part. You don't want to double seal that. Make sure this is all clear from debris and dirt and grime and clean. This is supposed to go on top of this right here. I kind of pulled it below it just to help pull it out further, so just make sure you put the part back in correctly, if I can talk. Just like that. All right, I'm going to set that up onto the surface here. Installation's the reverse of removal. Make sure that O-ring stays on there. And I'm going to start the bolt right here first on the left side because it's easier to get to, and I'll be able to line this other one up easier. That's probably not going to be fun to get back in, so anything I can have that'll help me will be much appreciated. Okay, I'm threading the left one in there. I'm going to get it close to flush, but I'm not going to snug it at all. I want full movement available in this fuel pressure regulator, but the closer I get it flush, the closer it'll be on the other side. They are fairly short bolts, therefore you need it to be close in order to start the bolts. If you drop the bolt by accident, this comes in really handy. It's a flexible magnet. This is what it looks like. I've got the bolt in the shallow 10mm socket. With my right hand, I'm going to go underneath this gray pipe here and upwards into here, up through here to get it started on there with my right hand. And then with my left hand, I'm going to reach over the top and help support the bolt while I thread it in. This one bolt is the hardest part of the job. I'm still kind of holding it on there with the socket. I finally got it into the hole on the fuel pressure regulator. And with my right hand, once again, I'm reaching underneath this gray pipe and trying to twist it on the socket. Twist the socket. Gosh, words are hard sometimes. I think it's all the gas fumes. Oh man, get ready. You're going to be frustrated with this bolt here. You're going to be frustrated. Get prepared. If you have a buddy with smaller hands or your wife or something, you can get her to start the bolt. Oh my goodness, look at this. All I can say is patience and keep trying and don't give up. Once it's started in there, I'm just going in there like this and turning it with a ratchet, pulling it off, putting it back on and turning it on so that it doesn't fall back off. Because if you try to go like that, it'll potentially pull the bolt back off. All right, and once again, you can take your index finger, push inward on the ratchet to have inward pressure. And if you hear it clicking, then you're good to keep going like that. If it's not clicking, then you might be loosening off. Well, you know, you're not just getting a good bite on it. So, sorry guys, I'm doing my best here to record this while I'm working. I don't have a cameraman or anything with me today, so I really wanted to get this video out there because I didn't see a video on this, and I want to help people out. Oh, if you own a Ford, you should subscribe. No pressure. I was a Ford transmission tech. I've got a lot of videos on Fords. Guess what, guys? It's tight. Now I can move on to the next one. I don't know the torque specs. Look them up. I'm sorry. I've got a little 1/4-inch ratchet here, and I'm getting them about that tight. As tight as I can get them. Go ahead and slide the vacuum line on now. You see it right there? Right where my finger's pointing at. It's kind of blurry in the background, but it's literally right there next to it. I just need to pop it on. Oh boy, here we go. Just get it close like that. Try to grab onto it and pull it on. All right, guys, kind of with your finger there, push down and see where the nipple is as far as the hose. See, it's about 1/2 inch on. I think that's perfectly fine. About 1/2 inch, 2/3, I don't know. All right, so both bolts are tight. The hose clamp is fully seated on there. The hose is all the way on as well on the bottom. And the vacuum line's on. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead, prime the fuel pump a couple times. You hear the air? All right, turn it off and then back on. Wait a second. All right. Guys, I don't see any leaks. If there'd be any leaks, it would probably be around here. And if there is, just pull it off and look at that O-ring, make sure it didn't fall off. This is the fuel rail, so you know I'm pretty sure that's where the pressurized fuel is going to go when you turn the key on. And yeah, that O-ring's doing an important job there. So, all right, guys, I sure do hope this video helps. That thing is replaced. It's good to go. And yeah. If you want to test your new one with the key on and the fuel system pressurized, you can pull the vacuum line off right on top and see if fuel squirts out. If it does, then it's leaking and you need to warranty it. But other than that, it should be good to go. And yeah, I'll go ahead and start it up for you guys. can.